Now, the Indian Navy is closely monitoring the movement of a Chinese research vessel, which is reportedly heading towards the capital of the Maldives. Research vessel XIANG Yang Hong 3 is expected to run an ocean survey operation in the Indian Ocean region. Now, the vessel has a history of conducting ocean surveys like it did earlier in 2019 and in 2020. The vessel has been observed in key strategic locations like the Indian Ocean region, Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. India has eyed Chinese vessels in the Indian Ocean region with suspicion. Analysts and experts point out that these Chinese research vessels are spy ships. Earlier in October, another Chinese vessel arrived in Colombo. The ship conducted a two-day research off the Sri Lankan coast. The arrival of this research vessel also comes at a time when Maldives President Mohamed Muizzu is aiming for stronger ties with China.
Muizzu also recently visited China. There he signed new deals and expanded his country's engagements with Beijing. Relations with India and between India and the Maldives have seen a marked deterioration after President Mohamed Muizzu took power. 3 Maldivian ministers were suspended for making derogatory remarks against the Indian Prime Minister. Muizzu has also asked for complete withdrawal of the Indian military personnel by the 15th of March. Now, for more on this, we're being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. Now, what can you tell us about the latest that we're seeing, that Indian Navy is closely monitoring the movement of a Chinese research vessel?
Well, the Indian Navy monitors movement of all the vessels when it comes to Indian Ocean region. In fact, the Information Fusion Center for the Indian Ocean region based in Gurgaon monitors that. But essentially, when it comes to this particular vessel, we know that Chinese research vessels masquerading as spy ships have been traversing the region. They have been docking in Sri Lanka. Now, of course, Sri Lanka has said that it will not allow any research vessel to come to the country in next 1 year. But now it looks like Maldives is the new destination, given that how the government there is very friendly to the Chinese. Now, we also have seen that for many years, more than 5 years, there hasn't been any visit of the Chinese vessel. The government previously had not been very friendly with the Chinese, but the current government has seen engagement. You pointed out to the visit of the Maldivian president to Beijing, and it now looks that there will be more reaffirmation of the relationship, not only with investments, infrastructure development, but also visits of Chinese vessels, which of course have a bearing on India's security.
Siddhant, now of course, given the way relations between India and the Maldives have changed in recent weeks, of course, will this recent development result in a new downturn between the two?
It will surely test the relationship. There are, of course, other reasons which are testing the relation already. The Maldivian president has said that the Indian troops which are involved in making sure that the platforms India has given to Maldives for humanitarian purposes the maintenance are met. But the Maldivian president has said that they need to go. So it's just not this vessel's visit that's going to test the relationship, but what the Maldivian president has been doing and saying recently. He said that his country can't be bullied in an apparent reference to India, and it looks like for pretty much a foreseeable future there will be a downturn in India-Maldives relationship. But will it impact the people-to-people relationship is the big question. We know that India hasn't reacted much. In fact, India has reaffirmed that it will continue with its projects in Maldives and continue to support the people of Maldives.